What's happening, people? I'm DJ Reminisce, and welcome to the show where I talk about things important to me. Hopefully you guys will like the same things too. The biggest news this week definitely has to be about Kim Kardashian getting robbed in Paris at gunpoint as she was attending the Paris Fashion Week. Now, these thieves got away with $6.7 million worth of jewelry. That's what the estimation is. First of all, I can't imagine anyone going through that, man. You know, getting robbed at gunpoint by a bunch of people that apparently were dressed up like officers. Now, here's the thing, guys. Some of you guys will be thinking, you know what? Oh, she deserves it, or blah, blah, blah. You know what? That's some really stupid ass shit to say, because if you were put in that position where you were being robbed and someone had a gun to your head, you know what I mean? Like, put yourself in that person's situation. Now, regarding the whole $10 million thing, let me explain something to you guys. It doesn't matter what we feel about Kim Kardashian and the whole Kardashian family. They are a brand, and there are people out there that are paying these guys tons of money to be brand ambassadors for them. So if I'm someone like, you know, this jewelry company, and I know that Kim Kardashian's going to this Paris Fashion Week, there's an opportunity for me as a business to be able to give, you know, Kim the jewelry that we're selling, and then she'll put it on, she'll advertise it for us, and they're going to send, and they'll end up selling tons of this stuff. So as a business, it totally makes sense, you know, for them to partner up with Kim Kardashian. Now, because Kim Kardashian is quite well known in the world, you know, she's a massive brand ambassador for all these companies. There's definitely people out there that probably want to rob her for these very same reasons. Now, how did these robbers know that there's $10 million of jewelry in there? Who knows? I mean, she was Snapchatting this big ring that she was wearing throughout the whole week. I believe she was also Snapchatting her location. So I'm not saying that, you know, she made it easier for these robbers to come and rob her, but she does say later on that, you know, she feels responsible that she got robbed. I was just reading in the news article that she actually feared for her life that she might actually get raped. That's pretty harsh, man. Like I said, to those people that think, you know, she deserved it and this and that, she was asking for it. Yeah, she may have been asking for it, but did she deserve it? No, I don't think so. Nobody deserves that, man. You know, just because she's got money, power, and a little bit of respect, you know, nobody deserves that. That's all I'm trying to say here. Now, here's a story that is just absolutely ridiculous, but I want to read this out. So there's a pigeon arrest in India for carrying threatening messages to the Prime Minister of India, Modi. A pigeon which most likely came from Pakistan was taken into custody by border guards after a letter addressed to the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi was found on the bird. The letter to PM Modi was written in Urdu, a language spoken in Pakistan. Read, "Modi ji, do not consider us same people as we were during 1971. That was the time when the India and Pakistan war. Now each and every child is ready to fight against India." So it's pretty much like a direct threat. It says here the gray pigeon was discovered by India's border security near Sambal post in Bamail sector on Sunday. The Times of India reported. Police Inspector Ramesh Kumar said that bird was taken into custody. "We are investigating the matter." I don't know what to say, man. They arrested a bird. They arrested a bird that apparently had a threatening message to the Prime Minister of India, which, you know what, I get that, especially with what's happening in, you know, India right now, in Kashmir and stuff like that. But, you know, to have a story like this, to say that they arrested a bird, like, can you really arrest a bird? I don't know. Like, what are you going to do? Put little baby cuffs on its claws and stuff? Like, you get what I'm saying? So when I read the title, I was just like shaking my head. I'm like, what does this really, really mean? So, I guess whoever sent the bird, I don't know if they'll ever find out who it was. Maybe you set the bird loose, he'll go home. I don't know. But, I was just reading that and I was like, yeah, this is really weird how this story is portraying. I mean, it's fair to say that India will take those threats seriously. What will come out of this, I'm not too sure, but I'll definitely keep you guys posted. Fam, here's a really sad story that's come out of the States. It's actually, when I read this, it really kind of, you know, it really put a damper in my mood. It, you know, kind of broke my heart. But a Pennsylvania judge was sentenced to 28 years for selling black teens to prison. Former Luzerne County Judge Mark Cafeteria Jr. was convicted of taking $1 million in bribes for developers of juvenile detention centers. So the way I get this right is like these detention centers were being built, and obviously they need prisoners. So this judge would get these cases with these kids and basically sentence them so they can go to these juvenile centers. That's the way I get out of it. So that's what I get out of this story. The judge then presided over cases that would send juveniles to those same centers. The case came to be known as Kids for Cash. This is really, really disgusting and disturbing. I mean, on a good note, I mean, not that these kids will ever get, you know, those years back, but the Pennsylvania Supreme Court tossed about 4,000 convictions issued by Cafeteria between 2003 and 2008, saying he violated the constitutional rights of the juveniles, including the right to legal counsel and the right to intelligently enter a plea. Cafeteria, who's 61, was tried and convicted of racketeering charges early this year. His attorney had asked for a reasonable sentence in court, paper saying, in effect, that he's already been punished enough. You know, to be honest with you, I hope they throw the book at this guy. This is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, you know, this judge is supposed to be the law, you understand? A trustworthy figure. Like, he's supposed to, you know, be the person who's supposed to have the mental capacity to be able to preside over cases and come up with a fair assessment and put the right people where they should go and the wrong people where they should go, and totally abused his power, made a mockery of the justice system. And then at the same time, it's an insult that they're actually asking, you know, that his attorney is asking for, you know, reasonable sentence, which doesn't make sense. Like, you've convicted, you know, all these kids for cash to go to these juvenile detention centers, and you're asking, you know, for a reasonable sentence, you know, because he's been punished enough. I don't see how he was punished enough, man. The guy made $1 million from these cases. So how was he punished enough? That's the part that I don't understand. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in this case. If I get any updates on it, I'll definitely let you guys know for sure. Okay, guys, last but not least, I want to talk about another story that I read. A school cafeteria worker quits after she's ordered to take food from kids who can't pay. This one broke my heart as well. You know, being a father, stuff like this is really hard to read, but I wanted to bring this up. Earlier this month, Cannon McKillen School District cafeteria worker Stacy Koltiska was ordered to take away a hot lunch she served to a hungry grade 1 student because he couldn't pay for it. She quit on the spot. He just looked like a deer in headlights, like, what is happening here? And then his little eyes just welled up with tears. Well, naturally, man, the kid was hungry and you take away the food. It was part of a new policy by the school to refuse meals to kids as young as 6 years old if their parents had left an outstanding balance on their accounts. In this case, the parents of the kids had an overdrawn account of more than $25. She says the meals were taken away and then thrown out. In their place, the kids were given 2 slices of bread with a single slice of cheese. In the article, it goes on about the conversation, you know, this person had with her bosses. And it's just, it's sad, man. It's sad that it had to come down to that at over $25. You had to basically, you know, take away a kid's meal. I mean, they did give him something, 2 slices of bread and cheese, which is, I guess it's okay. I mean, the child wasn't hungry per se. I mean, they did give him something. Like, I understand from the school's point of view. At the end of the day, it is a business. I think there may have been a better way to deal with this. Maybe, you know, talk to the child and try to make them understand what's going on. Even 6-year-olds, you know, they're pretty smart kids, man. They understand. Like, my 6-year-old is absolutely amazing. She's super smart. So whether or not, you know, they should have taken the food away, that's a tough call, man. I don't think personally as a father it should have happened. Like, if that was me, I think I would have just basically taken money out of my pocket and given it to the school and basically told them to fuck off. I mean, that's probably what I would have done. But, you know, I wasn't in that situation. I don't know what happened, you know, and I wasn't there. So it's easy to, you know, say something by reading this article. But I just want to read out the story because it just broke my heart, man. You know, knowing that this poor kid, well, and the poor teacher had to go through this ordeal just because, you know, this school organization refused this child food over an overdue balance. So that's what that was all about. So guys, hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Please let me know in the comments below what you think about the show. Please like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel. That way you're up to date with the latest crazy information. I'm your boy DJ Reminisce. Peace out.